Hey y'all, I want to talk to you today about goal setting. When you have a goal and you don't have a target that you're aiming for, you're gonna miss every time. So I want to help you set some targets so that you can achieve some goals this challenge, because when this challenge is over, I want you to be proud of yourself and I want you to have a measure of accomplishment, because you can do hard things and I want to set you up to succeed. So we're going to talk about setting goals in a smart way. If you've ever done any kind of personal development or had any kind of goal training, you've probably heard the acronym SMART. It stands for smallest, measurable, achievable, rewarding, and time sensitive. A SMART goal is a goal that can be accomplished in a realistic time frame. So as you're sitting down with your pen and paper this week and you are writing down all the things that you want to accomplish for your health and fitness, I want you to think about the time frame with which you want to accomplish it. And then we're going to talk about how you're going to take that goal, and we're going to break it down into small objectives so that you can achieve small things and create momentum and a sense of accomplishment. So we want to have those long-term goals and that vision for our future, but we're going to break those down into smaller chunks so that you can have a sense of gratification and reward in the meantime. So that's what we're talking about here with smallest. With your smallest goal, you're taking a piece of your overall goal and you're breaking it down into smaller objectives. So for simplicity's sake, let's take the example of weight loss. Let's say you wanted to lose 20 pounds. Well, you've sat down and you've determined that you could probably lose 20 pounds realistically in about a 3-month period. And so you want to be able to say, okay, well, what does that mean? How many pounds should I lose per week? So you've done your research and you know what's healthy and what's realistic, and you've determined that 2 pounds a week is an achievable goal for you. So you write that down as your objective. It is one portion of that overall goal that you can measure and that you can quantify, which is the next step. We want to make sure that whatever goal or objective that we're setting within our overarching goal is something that we can quantify. So for argument's sake, when it comes to losing weight, you've determined that 2 pounds a week is a goal that you can set for yourself, and that is something that you can measure to determine how well you're doing at reaching that target. And then make sure it's achievable and realistic. Like when I was saying, let's lose 20 pounds, we don't want to lose 20 pounds in like 2 weeks. That is not only unrealistic. If it could be done, it's going to be done in an unhealthy way and in a way that's not sustainable. And that's not what we are going for here. So when we are setting our SMART goals, we want to be smart about it. We want to push ourselves and we want to challenge ourselves, but we also want to make sure that we're doing so in a smart and realistic way. So that's what achievable means. Is it a goal that you can actually achieve? So push yourself and then achieve it. And then that goal needs to be rewarding. What is a way that you can reward yourself at the end of this challenge and for meeting that objective that you've set? So let's say you've got 3 weeks of this overall challenge and you decided that you want to lose 2 pounds per week, and then at the end of this challenge you've lost 6 pounds. You met your goal. You set your objective. You are well on your way to losing those 20 pounds. That is awesome. Reward yourself for that. And there's all different kinds of ways that you can reward yourself. It doesn't even have to cost money, but some simple examples for rewards that we've seen in the past is treating yourself to a manicure, or treating yourself to some new workout equipment or workout clothes, or a new pair of pants because now your waistline has shrunk over the next 3 weeks. So how are you going to reward yourself at the end of this challenge for meeting that objective as you work towards your goal? And then that goal needs to be time sensitive. You want to make sure you have an end in sight. So you don't want a never ending goal with no end in sight, because that will become defeating and it will become discouraging because you're constantly working towards something and you'll never be able to achieve it. It'll be a moving target. So we want that target that you're aiming for to be time sensitive, something you want to achieve within a certain time frame. And it just so happens you're in a challenge group that lasts for a total of 3 weeks after a week of prep. So we would like your goal for this challenge to be time sensitive, something that you can achieve within a 3-week period. So what does that mean? That is up to you. That's going to happen when you actually work on reverse engineering that goal that you're going to set. What is reverse engineering? It is an extra step that you take, but not in a sense that it is optional. It's one thing to have a SMART goal, something that you can measure and achieve with smaller objectives, but how are you going to determine what those smaller objectives should even be until you reverse engineer it? So once you determine what you want your goal to be for whatever, for this year or for your health and fitness, and then you've broken it down into smaller chunks of objectives towards reaching that goal, you're going to need to do that by doing a brain dump. Think of everything that you're going to need to do in order to accomplish those objectives during this challenge or over the next year. So just do a brain dump. It doesn't take that long. It doesn't have to be neat in order. Get a piece of paper or get your phone or sit down at a computer and write out everything that you think that you would need in order to achieve your goal. And that involves doing some research too. So let's say your goal is to lose the 20 pounds and you sit down and you're like, okay, what all do I need? I know I'm going to need to look at my workout calendar so I know what workouts I'm going to need to do, and I'm going to need to probably log my food so I know how many calories I'm taking in and what I'm eating and if I'm fueling my body well. I know I'm going to need to drink water because water helps boost my metabolism and flush those toxins, so I probably need to get a water bottle. What all am I going to need? How much weight should I lose per week? What's a healthy way to do that? I need to probably research that and look into that. Oh, it looks like I need to lose about 2 pounds per week. So how am I going to make sure I'm doing that? And maybe I don't have a scale. Maybe I should get a scale so I know where I'm starting out. And really, I think I want to know my body fat percentage because I want to see how much I'm losing there. Oh, that's an idea. Maybe I want to actually track my body fat percentage too. Oh, that's another goal. So do a brain dump and think about everything that you need in order to achieve your goal. And then do research to determine how you're going to achieve those objectives and what you need to do that. And then you need to prioritize. Maybe you're like, I would really like to track my body fat, but I don't have a little thing to do that yet, and I should probably look into how to do that. Okay, I don't really want to do that for this challenge. I'm going to put that off for next challenge. I still want to make sure I'm lowering my body fat over the next year, but for this challenge, this is what I want to focus on. So when you think like that, then you can put that into the later category. So take all the things that you're learning, prioritize them into what you're going to do now, what you want to do soon, maybe in the next challenge, and what you just want to do later. Get it all out of your head, get it written down on paper, and then find a way to track what you're doing. And so I want to take it one step further. Once you've determined what you want to do now, I want you to break it up by day. What are you going to achieve today in order to meet your objective for this challenge that's going to help you reach your overarching goal if it's bigger than what you can meet in this 3-week period? So what does that look like? Maybe that means setting 3 objectives today that say, okay, today working towards my smaller objective of losing 2 pounds per week so that I can lose 20 pounds overall over the next however many weeks. I am going to make sure today I'm going to log all of my food, I'm going to drink all my water, and I'm going to follow my exercise program. Those are my 3 objectives for today that are going to help me to reach my SMART objective that will help me to reach my bigger goal. So you're going to need to find a way to track that so that you know that you're actually meeting those objectives. We have food logs in the folder or file section of this group. We have journals and apps that we would love to recommend as you're going through this process this week, because I seriously cannot emphasize enough. If you do not have a target that you're shooting for, you're gonna peter out. It's gonna fizzle. You're gonna not, if you don't have that why are you doing this? What do you want to achieve? Then you will never achieve it. And when the going gets tough, you will give up. And I don't want that for you. So we need to take the time this week to set SMART goals, to back those goals out, to figure out how we're going to accomplish them, how we're going to track them, how we're going to achieve them. So this week, be in contact with your coach, because that's what we are here for. We're here to help you to reverse engineer those goals and to determine SMART goals for you. Don't come to us and be like, what should I do? No, you got to tell us what you want to do, and then we're here to help you get that done so that by Sunday, one of your assignments for this week is to send your SMART goal to your coach, because we're going to help you track it this month. So that's the deal. We are going to set goals. We're going to aim for targets. We're going to be really smart about how we're going to do it. We're going to back that goal out so that we do it in a way that we can actually achieve it. We're going to be able to measure it. That goal is going to be time sensitive so that we can get it done by the end of this challenge. And then we're going to come up with smart ways that we are going to track these goals over the next 3 weeks. All right, guys. Don't forget to send us your goals by Sunday. If you need any help, we're here for you. And I can't wait to hear what you want to accomplish and to help you to meet those goals. Love you guys, and I will talk to you later.